Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
They go play action with Lawrence. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Fourth down. Here's Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he is going to have a Jags first down as that'll be a gain of 15 on fourth. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence going to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14.
Saints 14. Logan Crow to kick off for the Jaguars.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston, he's going to look deep down the field. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Taken at the 15, a short kick. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action now. Winston. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, Winston. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, trying to get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Jameis now on 1st down. Looking for Ross again. He finds him again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A quick throw now complete to Ross. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that.
And Winston lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Now Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And in enemy territory. On 1st down, Lawrence. On the move past the 40. And Lawrence going to smartly hit the deck here as he is able to pick up the 1st down in the process. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, 27 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Jaguars 42, Saints 14. Logan Crow to kick off.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Jameis to throw it. Going deep downfield for Ross. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day. They're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
A gain of 30. First down, Jaguars.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down.
Second and 7 at their 48-yard line.
Here's Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time, spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. Touchdown, Jaguars! James Cook, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Saints 14. Logan Cook to kick off.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. Skirts by him at the 35. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Oh, the slant complete to Michael Thomas. That went on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. Play fake. Winston. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Off the play fake, Winston. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Devon Hamilton never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built off the efforts of this defense.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. From the red zone now, Winston. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Kamara is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. Touchdown! Taysom Hill from 3 yards out. And the Saints get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Well, That's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
They find some open field here. There he goes, right side. 30. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Pick up on the play of 54 yards. First down, Jacksonville.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on 1st down, swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
First down, Jaguars.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
What's good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Pulls it in at the 13. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive with Cook. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now McManus for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Jaguars 63, Saints 28.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. And this is incomplete. Oh, looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Jacksonville,